What's up, guys? Average Kiwi Guy here. How y'all doing? So I'm just doing this real quick video. Obviously Monster Hunter World has just come out, and that's probably why there's not not that many videos on the channel lately, because I am struggling to put it down. But there is a review on the way, just to let you know. So something crazy happened to me on a hunt pretty much about a few minutes ago. I was hunting in Azure Rathalos, thinking, okay, no problem, and I was doing quite well and all the rest of it. Then the insanity happened. So first up, just fighting away, then kind of fell down a hole in one of the areas and sort of got stuck, and was like, all right, I have to climb back up, and I see these wings coming down, and then there are more than 2 sets of wings. There's more than 2 wings to get there. It's like 2 sets. And I'm like, what the hell? Another Rathalos shows up. Just a plain old normal Rathalos. And this is high rank, by the way. So this is a high rank Rathalos. They proceed to fight each other. And this fight legit went on for ages. It was constant. Just those 2 going at it while me trying to survive and fight at the same time. And it was like, I just kind of stopped fighting and just watched it. Because every time they tried to fire blast something, they were fire blasting each other. It was going left and right. I managed to cut off the Azure Rathalos' tail. But my god, was it just constant, just boom, 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 boom. And just in this small hole with 2 Rathalos going at each other. It was just... And when I started it, I actually ran into normal Rathalos at his normal nest on top of the ancient forest where the dam is. And I was like, oh, I wonder what would happen if the Azure Rathalos and the Rathalos met up. Like, I wonder if they would fight each other or whatever. They went at each other for a good several minutes. Like, this is way longer than a normal turf war ever went on. It was just constant. I don't know if they were stun locking each other so no one could get out of the situation. But, damn. Then, everything, I think Rathalos, they both decided, oh, you know what, we're going to both fly away. And they flew away at the exact same time. And I was like, okay, cool. And so move on to the next area. Find Azure Rathalos again. And this time, as I'm fighting it, and I'm like, sweet, finally can fight it, no problems, don't have anything else to worry about. Freaking Basil Goose, or Basil, or the big B-52, whichever you want to call it. He decides that I'm going to go and fight this Azure Rathalos too. So then he starts fighting, and I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to maybe get a mount on and all the rest of it. At this point, I'm like, I just gotta let this happen, because I ain't getting in front of Basil. I ain't getting in front of those bombs. I ain't getting carpet bombed or anything. And those 2 are constantly going at it. Then when Basil decides to leave, another one decides to show up, and freaking Anjanath shows up, and freaking Ange goes at him. And it's just like, can I not get some peace to fight this freaking Azure Rathalos or something? Like, seriously. So they're both going at each other for pretty much the entire time until Azure Rathalos decides to fly off. So then he goes and flies off and goes to a little perch with the mushrooms that you can jump up on. And I'm like, all right, sweet. I can finally do a normal goddamn fight with this guy. Like, seriously. Fighting away, having a good time, getting a few mounts on. Like, it's working out pretty well. And, I'm happy with where it's at. Guess who decides to show up again? Fucking Basil shows up again. Carpet bombs, all the rest of it. Just wrecks Azure Rathalos. I swear to God, no one liked Azure Rathalos here. No one. They were just every monster in that area is like, oh my god, Azure Rathalos is here. Get him. Let's get him. Like, it was just constant bombardment of other monsters coming in and just going at Azure Rathalos. I just could not believe it. I was just like, I'm just gonna sit back and watch this. I'm not getting in the middle of that. I'm not getting in the middle of all this freaking shit swinging around and poison and bombs and all the rest of it going. Oh my god. And then, yeah, so eventually I think Azure decides to run off and leave Basil there. And I run away from Basil because I ain't dealing with that shit yet. when I fight Basil, I'm going to fight him, you know, just a mano-a-mano. I'm not dealing with Azure as well. Then, managed to, you know, find Azure. And I swear to God, majority of the damage that was done to him was done by the other monsters. It was not done by me. I think all I did was cut off his tail. I got a few good shots in and, you know, all the rest of it. But he was beat up as hell, and I managed to cap him right at the end there. But, oh, it was like this. This is what makes Monster Hunter World kind of special. Like, it's far different than, you know, we've had monster incursions before in Monster Hunter, but to this extent where crazy random shit like this can happen, just monsters that you would just not expect to fight each other go at it and see them kind of fight, you know, somewhat naturally, you know, curling around each other, biting fire, you know, breathing fire on them, using their own, like, you know, abilities against each other. It's just absolute insane. It was crazy to watch. And, you know, there's been several other instances where this happens, but never to this amount of them going at each other. I could not believe the amount of just monsters fighting each other. And just, yeah, it was craziness. I managed to get out scot-free. Didn't have a cart or anything, but far out, man. Like, just to see that going on kind of blew my mind, and I was like, I had to make a video. I had to make a video. This is like war stories for Monster Hunter World. And that's why I'm loving it, man. That's why I'm loving this game so much. Just a quick heads up on the review there. It's not perfect by any means, and I'll state that in the review, but I just thought I had to show this. I had to show, you know, what was going on here and the sort of craziness. I've seen a whole bunch of other crazy stuff going on too. It's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see. Crazy, you know, random Monster Hunter stuff happening in a kind of a brand new generation of Monster Hunter. And like for, you know, new people that aren't, who never really noticed Monster Hunter before, to see that is awesome. So hopefully it keeps going. Hopefully we have some really good things. But I am absolutely loving the game. And yeah. So that was my crazy hunt, my bit of war stories there. If I run into anything else that's really, really insane and I record it, I will make sure to put it up and show you guys. But yeah. Alright guys, that's it for us. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Bye.